Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Sports and welcome back to the Villa, where we cover Aston Villa with our host, Aaron Slater. Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good actually. Even though the weekend didn't go exactly how we wanted, it really wasn't terrible.
Hey, that's good to hear because it's been tough. I don't know if you've been watching the other videos on the channel. We've had a tough couple days here,
Mm,
specifically with Bruins, and now the
true.
Celtics are blowing it. It seems, but we're here to look perhaps more positively on
Yeah,
things.
of course.
What did you see in this 1-0 unfortunately loss to Manchester United?
Well, this loss isn't as damning as it could have been. Um, it was a sloppy game uh, from both sides, really. Uh, Buendia played terrible. He's turning it over in the midfield, which is very much uncharacteristic of him. He's been the kind of guy who has set up plays between the defense, midfield, forward. He's been that kind of link up guy, and it just wasn't working for him today.
Just one of those games, everyone has them, I
Yeah,
guess. But what do you think the biggest reason for the no goals? Is it the weather or was it just like the team not clicking?
I think it was a little bit of both, to be honest. There was an opportunity where Buendia had been fed a through ball from Ramsey early on in the match where it was still nil-nil. Um, and Buendia hit a square ball across the box. Ollie slipped because of the weather. It just that happens. Moreno still got the shot off. There was a guy, our left back was cleaning up, but um, he's your left back, even though he's very much an attacking left back, but he's not your striker. He's not your attacking player. He's not going to put in a quality shot. He's just going to try to smoke it as hard as possible, and that's what he did. But that was an opportunity lost because of the weather, I believe. Uh, it just it was a bummer because it almost there was almost on the other end we got screwed over. We didn't, but it could have. It was across in the box, and Emmy slipped. Emmy Martinez slipped in the box, but luckily the ball was bending away from him, and it was too far for Sabitzer to get the ball. So it's wet turf makes it harder.
Yeah, the turf gives and takes away,
Sure
as you
does.
say. What do you see on that one goal from Fernandez?
Uh, that goal was. I have in my notes. It's live by the high line, die by the high line. And a high line essentially is you play closer. Your defensive line plays closer to the midfield, the mid half, and it was just a clearance up the field. It wasn't even a clearance; it was off of a goal kick. And Casemiro, who is much taller than Buendia, who went up for it, happened to knock it into free space. When you play that high line, you're going to give a bunch of space between your defense and your goalkeeper. And Marcus Rashford made a great run off the shoulder of the line, and it was it wasn't even said and done at that point because the shot was saved. I mean, made the save, but it was rebounded where Bruno had the opportunity to uh, pick it up and take the shot, which almost didn't even make it in. And the only reason it went in was because, uh, yep, what's his name? Moreno. There we go. It deflected off of Moreno's thigh and it created a bounce off the shot and it popped it over Martinez. If it had slid underneath without any contact, Martinez saves that shot. So, unfortunate situation. It's unlucky.
Yeah, a literal bad bounce here
Seriously.
for football.
Yep.
But you know, not the end of the world, right? This season's all about getting it together, as we've covered many times
For sure.
before here. But yeah, we went into this month. I
Hmm.
believe we even made it a clip
Yep.
last time, and for those watching, this will probably be a clip. Um, we went into April saying, "Look, this will tell us who Villa is. Will tell us who Villa is going to be."
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on the April that Villa had?
Villa's April was the best outcome that any fan, player, manager, coaches could have asked for through for this month entirely. It we picked up what was it? 5 wins, 1 loss, and a draw. We 16 points. All the matches were well up until honestly the Fulham match was a little bit nervy. The Brentford, so the last 3 really were a little nervy, but we found ways to put in a goal and score and draw, get points, whatever. We had a 10-game unbeaten streak going, and even more so beyond the month, we had picked up a goal for the last 20 matches. Yeah, hard for as a new manager, that's a record. Under a new manager, 20 goals. Check that for Villa. That's in the history books. So this month has been a really good month. I mean, we've got jumped all the way up to 7th currently. So
Yeah. So, we got a lot of optimism going forward, I think.
yeah, there's nobody should be hanging their heads that the fact that we lost to Man United, who hadn't lost a Premier League home match this whole season. The fact that we kept it at 1-0 is remarkable on its own.
Right. And you know what? Go Wolves next. So
Yeah, that's a derby game
they've been
too.
playing a little better.
They have.
I don't want to take anything away from them, but still 14th.
Right, and they got their buns slapped by Brentford the other day. It was a 6-0 showing. They just went and waxed them.
So we'll of course be covering that. But
sure, absolutely.
Anything else for this episode that you wanted to touch on?
Yeah, you know how good Ollie's been playing? Well, there was a rumor that's been spread around, and I'm sure it was somebody's agent somewhere was trying to get this. I don't think it's his agent, but it was the fact that Bayern Munich in Germany were interested in Ollie Watkins. And this sort of stuff doesn't happen unless you're in the form that he was. He's been playing ridiculously well. And the fact that Villa have been flying at the table because of him, shows that there is quality on this team that other teams allegedly would like to have. So there's only good news each match that we play, even though transfer rumors aren't really good news unless it's for your favor and not against you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, would you be open to something like that? The way in this sport it's a little different. Right? You get like paid, or do you get players back? I don't know. This is why we're doing these shows, so you can educate me.
It's weird. You can get players to cut the transfer fee off. So the transfer, if I wanted to go buy a player, I pay the club that he's currently on, and then if they say yes, I pay the new wage for the player. So it's like a double whammy a little bit. There's no real player for player involved or picks or whatever. Right. It's just you pay to have that player on your team, on your squad. So if I was to I don't care what you say, every player has a price.
Sure.
I mean, as much as I'm wearing a Jack Grealish jersey right now, guys, and I won't say that I was happy that we sold him for 100 million, but it's 100 million pounds.
Yeah, that's tough to turn down when it gets to that amount.
The heartbreaking part about it was I loved Grealish, and I still have a little fondness for him. He's the guy who turned me to Aston Villa, so that was the connection of that really was hard to separate between money and your fanhood. But if I was to sell Ollie Watkins, like if we were to dollar amount right here, I wouldn't sell him less than 80.
Okay,
that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah,
he's a striker. He's 27 years old. You're probably gonna have to pay the English tax. I don't care what you say. It's just that's what happens.
Yeah.
80 million is probably the lowest I will ever go for him. But I don't see that happening. So I think we'll be all right.
All right. So yeah, rumors. That's how they are for now.
That's all they'll ever be too, because he's actually getting a new contract. They're trying to work up a new contract for him too. So
very nice.
He's signed till 2025, but I think they're looking to sign him for another 3 or 4 more years on top of that. So
All
He'll
right.
be locked down with a nice fat wage for him that he won't be like, I want to go make some money somewhere else. So
Right. So yeah, if anything like that comes through, we'll be the first. Well, maybe not the first, but we'll be here
we'll
to
try.
cover it.
Nobody can beat Fabrizio. Fabrizio Romano's got it on top. I mean, there's only one thing I can do is share it, and then we'll
Mhm.
talk about
Right.
it.
Yeah, we don't have the sources quite yet here at Wicked Good
Absolutely
Sports.
not. But if you want to be and you're top tier, we'll listen.
Yeah, if you're an agent, you want to leak some stuff, you want to get a narrative going, we will talk about it for sure.
Yeah,
Why
we'll
not?
keep. Yeah, no, we'll keep it up for whatever reason. We'll love it. We'll eat it. We'll
Mhm.
feed it.
All right, Aaron. Anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
Yeah, I do. We have swinging at shins, Rhett and myself, and currently Brian, who's stepping in. That way, that's the direction. Cameras are opposite now.
Right.
Obviously, when you clearly see me grab the wrong side of my jersey, I really mean the badge, not the mud flap ladies. They're not mud flap ladies, but that's what it looks like. Sorry, guys.
Oh man.
So swinging at shins. We're also doing a final match day at Wolf's Beer Garden in Albany
Yes.
on Broadway on May 28th. So come out, enjoy some beers, hang out with us, hang out with the Beer Garden family. Um, it's going to be a great time. There's some other stuff with the Liverpool fan base that's also there, but we can't quite talk about just yet. But it's in the
Okay.
works, and it's going to be something special. So keep
Yes.
an eye out for that.
That'll be very exciting when it does drop. Just wait. We'll tell you all about it, of
Yep.
course. But
Yep.
yeah, check us out at Swinging at Shins. Pretty similar format to almost the exact same format to this. Let's be real. I don't have much Premier League knowledge, but I got a lot of heart. Which,
That's what we care about.
Yeah,
We're here
exactly.
for the heart.
All right. Well, other than that, you can follow me on Twitter at the Fake Mark. It's BMARR in the channel. Just search Wicked Good Sports on pretty much all social media. We're there. Don't have Blue Sky yet. Need a code. If anyone wants to give me a code, let me know. I want to want to secure a good handle, before they all run out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you in the next one.